and ready to go as we are off from...
Right there. 54. Right there. 54, Mike. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Now the third leading rusher in the NFL last year, Todd Gurley. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down.
No gain on the play. Second and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
Now gone. The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is third down and 6. From the gun, here's Goff. And a throw there going to be incomplete. James Bradbury, he was right there to break it up. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Keep playing hard.
Take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
So Newton and the Panthers come up now first and 10 at their own 24.
Time to go, night. Watch
A first carry for Christian McCaffrey, who made his first Pro Bowl last year. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's second and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Check the back.
Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey.
Safe.
It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. Third and 5 now.
What you got?
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's a gain of 5. Brings
Ready?
up third and 5.
That's wins championships, baby. Deuce.
Here's Newton. And he is going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there.
It's a gain of 8.
It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
First down. First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10.
Watch one.
McCaffrey on the counter. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy. Here we go. 20. Let's get it.
39. Check tight end. Check tight. Check tight.
8.
Check 99.
No. Off. Hey,
On second and 11 now. Newton. And this is caught. It's Greg Olsen. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. From the gun, here's Newton. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Nickel Roby-Coleman.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
At the Panthers' 35-yard line.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
We taking wins home.
Gone. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. That's a corner that got in there for the sack. Dante Jackson.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long.
Mike's 4-2.
They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Carolina getting set to take the field. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one. One thing rookies need to learn at this level, and quick, make a cut, be decisive, and go. Because in college, you could dance around and wait for a hole to open because you're probably a better athlete than most of the guys on the field, but not on the NFL level.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. 9 good yards there on the run, and now 3rd down.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
You got nothing today. You got nothing.
Newton now to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And a big 32-yard play on 3rd.
I'm not sure this is how they had it drawn out on paper, but this is going to work out for them and then some, right? They've got a big chunk they've got to pick up. They decide to check it down, and he just turns into a pure athlete and makes a huge play for them.
Now they'll run it on the toss.
Just like that.
And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13.
You got him.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Switch. Great. Here we go. One's the mic. Watch one. Watch the curl.
On 2nd and a couple. Newton. Well, it's a shuffle pass, and it's complete. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
We're scoreless after one. Second quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football. They're on the march, but facing a 3rd down here.
Here we go. One's the mic. Watch one. Go.
Out of the gun, Newton. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead. Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the second quarter now, and we do have our first points, a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
It feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yeah, so make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line.
At their own 33-yard line.
A reminder coming up later tonight, the Patriots unfurl their 6 banners. They play host to their rival Steelers. And then on Monday night, it's the one weekend of the year where you get 2 games to wrap up the week. Texans and Saints from New Orleans in the early game, then Broncos and Raiders. Vic Fangio's coaching debut and the Raiders' final season opener in Oakland. That's the late game, 10:30 Eastern.
And the Rams first down.
180. Mike's 59. Ricky. Whip. Tiger. Watch the whip.
Gurley again here on first down. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Following the penalty, it's Gurley. And Gurley fumbled it. Gurley fumbles the football. It's loose. And a great return as he takes this up just shy of the 45. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 44. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now Newton. Open man is Samuel, complete. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A third down gain of 19.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. We got 4. We got 4.
I got one.
Newton to throw. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Second and 3 at the Rams' 26-yard line.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. Second and 3.
Yo.
Gun.
Throwing again is Newton. Letting one go deep for the end zone. Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. The Panthers on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Again, Newton. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. He connected on his first, this from 41. And Gano's kick is right through. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? One play has them to the 37 here for 1st and 10.
Alert 3.
Here's Gurley. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Get that quarterback.
They run out of the shotgun with Gurley. Dontari Poe in on the stop.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. The 20. 10, and he will bring this one back. It's a pick six for a Panther touchdown.
Now, that was a beautiful play, a pick six. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Gano the extra point, and the lead now stands at 13. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. Oh, look at the juke. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Goff. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Does the big boy have the juice? And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. So this defense clicking early in the year, week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
Gano now to add the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20.
Makes the score Panthers 20, Rams nothing. Graham Gano to kick off for Carolina.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
We know, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Gurley. And he loses the football a second time. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. The Rams on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. To throw is Goff. This is caught. It's Cooks. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
First down, Rams.
180. Mike 59. Roger.
Hold on. Check.
Mike, check. 59. Man out.
Hey, exit.
Now Goff on first down. Green's got it over the middle. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Come on, QB, come on.
Out of the gun, Goff. This will be caught inside the 10. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Super one.
Goff throwing again. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. But it'll be 2nd and goal.
Second down and goal at the 5-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Come off the ball hard.
A final shot before break here. Goff. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Rams are able to draw a bit closer. You knew time was going to run out, so this had to be in the end zone, and somehow they were able to find a window and get it done.
Very easy for us to talk about up here that, yes, all that had to happen. But when time's running down, sometimes your brain compresses a little bit too. They showed great poise, understanding of situation, making sure they got to the end zone in order to complete that pass and take a nice momentum into the locker room.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 26.
You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me. Watch 20.
This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. Dancing to his left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
On 2nd down, they'll try and run the counter. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
Come on. You better bring it.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. The perennial Pro Bowler Aaron Donald gets the sack.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
Here's Michael Pilardi now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This will be taken at the 10. A big hitter that time in the punt game. 66 yards on the boot. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. He's got a 1st down past the 30 and all the way up to the 31-yard line. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
20. 3 is the mic. Let's go, D. Let's go.
Check your hot read.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24.
That's it, baby.
And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. A shotgun snap for Goff. Looking deep downfield. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And taken right on the 30. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Watch the block, motion, pop. Check. Check hot route. Hot.
Now a handoff looking right. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Gun.
Watch the shift. Joker.
Stepping up, he'll try and run. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. A shotgun snap for Newton. And caught left side, Olsen. 1-yard gains are trending. The same result on 1st, 2nd, and 3rd down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
They're going to need some therapy after this. He's coming. We got double up.
Goff turns and gives to Gurley. Fights off the defender. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
There's so many definitions of a complete back. I think most people think a guy who can block, a guy who can catch, and a guy who can run. But how about when you put it all together as a runner and you can fake people out, you can be shifty, and also run with some power and break tackles, as we just saw on that pickup.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard.
Get off the field.
Another carry now for Gurley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Let's go.
They'll try the air now with Goff. They got a man over the middle. It's Woods. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 11 yards there. 1st down.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
Mike, check. 59.
On 1st and 10, Goff.
Hey, man up, D. Man up.
He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Got out of the pocket, didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it, live to fight another down.
Here's Henderson. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there because this has been a pretty long drive, and normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looked like the offensive line let them down a little bit.
They allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff them for a loss. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Rams trailing, but they do have the football as we start the 4th and final quarter. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So we go on 4th. Goff. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Jared Goff, 4 times last year, he led the Rams on a 4th quarter comeback. He obviously didn't do it in Super Bowl 53, but can he do it here? And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Rams have got this back to a 1-score game. Now, let's not forget that was all set up by the 4th down conversion earlier in the drive.
Would have been a complete letdown if the drive doesn't culminate this way, wouldn't it? If you're going to go for it on 4th down, your intention is to make sure you get a touchdown out of the drive, and that's exactly what they did. Converted, and then converted a 2nd time for 6 points.
So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a 1-score, 6-point game.
The Panthers take over.
Let's go. Let's do this.
At their own 25-yard line.
What is
Just week one, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Newton. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
All day. He's checking. Crash.
They'll run it now out of the gun.
Just run, fella, just run.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
You go tight. Hey, right there. 20. Kill. Hey, turn it up. Great.
Newton looking to throw on 3rd and 1. And this is caught. He hits more. The 30, 20, 10, touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore, 66 yards. And the Panthers add on to their lead. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Gano for the extra point. And the lead is now 13. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
At their own 32-yard line.
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at about the 32. From the gun, here's Goff. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. K1 short with a sack. That's 315 pounds of man right there.
It's 2nd down.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. And some room to maneuver. Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. 30, past the 20. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Todd Gurley, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Rams are able to get back within a touchdown. So that's a really big play here in the 4th quarter. And don't look now, they're right back in this game.
Did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft in what they were lining up with on defense? Almost like they were protecting the lead rather than trying to make a play.
And now that lead is down to just 1 score.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Mike's 59. Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
I'm here all day. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd and
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
That's what I do.
And the blitz does come. And that's caught by Smith. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. Big hook up there. Forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep.
The sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. That one 28 yards on the ground. I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the 4th quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
This is Scarlett on the carry. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 more on that one and another first down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling, and this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing is Newton. Oh, no, he lost the football. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. He's at the 50. He's at the 30, the 20.
All I know, partner, is that with every play call that came in, there was a little discussion about, hey, we can seal this bad boy. We can really put ourselves in a great spot to take total control, and yet they find a way to cough it up.
Yeah, the 2-score game opportunity eludes them, and now a chance for the other side to come back here.
Yeah, that means defense has to go out there and make some plays themselves. That's what we call sudden change. Let's see if the defense is mentally ready to take care of it.
On 1st and goal, Gurley. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness. Think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. You got to think this is likely 4-down territory anyway, but they'll try to punch it in now on 3rd and goal. Goff now to throw. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. They wind up with 6 on the hook up there, but it's not enough. 4th and goal. They come out here in the eye. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal.
Hey, check 24, check 24. What's that?
Here we go, it's Gurley. And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on fourth down. They gave it to him in search of his third touchdown, but he's denied. And defensively, that might just seal a Week 1 victory.
Here we go. Logeezy. Oh, one's the mic. Watch one. Watch one. Hey, here we go. Undercrush. Undercrush.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll find a little space. He gets this up near the 10. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Check 50, check 50. Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Check 6.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And just not much to be had there. 1 yard out to the 10. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. The Panthers on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll have the first down as he's up to about the 18. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. It's going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the Panthers, that'll be a happy locker room as they start the season 1-0. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for L.A., they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
How many of y'all came to win?
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?
S-T-R-O, I ain't come to play with you.
Yeah.
Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up.
Yeah.
I can't spend the day with you. I'm minding my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support, bruh. Lifting up, never not on my grind. New York City time, another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winning side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field, hit the win. Hey yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Murder beats, leave it in the street. Case on the news.
What I do? Lace up my shoes, chase W's. Great colored coops. Uno, no, I can't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable. They sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I done grabbed a few. Can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze, freeze. Stop you in your tracks, it's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit. Your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot. Sure, don't stop. It's a long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired. Can't let these frauds beat us. I figured out the recipe. Never let opponents get the best of me. I'm focused on my
Hey yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that.